91.9fm, good afternoon, TNT. How y'all doing this afternoon? You know, every Tuesday, it's all about family matters with key speakers from the Division of Health, Wellness, and Family Development. Let me say special good afternoon to today's speakers, Miss Carol Daniel. Yes, and she's the therapeutic counselor in the Children's and Family Services Unit. Good afternoon, Miss Carol.
Good afternoon.
How are you this afternoon? You good?
I'm great.
Nice to have you with us this afternoon. And also this afternoon, we have the manager of the Children and Family Services Unit, Dr. Derek Forrester. How are you this afternoon, Dr. Forrester?
Great, great.
Nice to have you all here in studio again with us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Our family, our future, the theme for today.
Yes.
So how do we officiate it? I don't know if Dr. Forrester would like to start.
One of the first things I want to say is that the team has, it's not just for today.
Mm-hmm.
It's been the team that we've been carrying ever since we started these series. And one of the reasons for the team having been chosen is that at the end of the day, family is the bedrock of society.
That's right.
Everything centers around family. We rise and we fall. If our families fall, we fall. If families rise, we rise.
That's right, correct.
Okay, if our families are strong and stable, then we shall most definitely enjoy a stable society, a strong society, strong communities. So we put all the emphasis, our children and family, all the emphasis is on the family.
Well said, I like that.
At the end of the day, everyone belongs to a family. Everybody.
That was the initial families always start, you know?
Yeah.
And I really want to say welcome to even our first-time listeners. You know, we have been here for the past 3 months with various members from our different units under the Family Development Department. And, you know, it has been an awesome experience for each and every one of us being here, being able to share information. And, well, unfortunately, this is our last segment for this program. You know, our families, our future.
That's right.
And it's really our primary goal to enhance the quality of the life of children and families throughout Tobago, whilst ensuring that they are protected and resilient. And, you know, as I speak about protection, last week we celebrated Universal Children's Day. You know, and I really hope all parents and guardians were able to, you know, give the kiddies some love and some special treatment. I know the theme was investing in our future means investing in our children. And I wish to invite Dr. Forrester again to speak on that theme. Investing in our future means investing in our children.
Thank you, Ms. Daniela. The theme for International Children's Day 2020 is a very, very insightful one. As a matter of fact, it occasions a kind of an awareness. And it serves to remind all of us, adults, guardians, society, of the responsibility that we have in ensuring that our children are protected, that our children are provided with those things that they need to grow healthy and safe.
Yes.
Very important. That's our first responsibility as adults, guardians, and so on in society. Ensuring that our children are given and provided with the things they need in order to grow healthy and secure. Because if we were not to give attention to the aforementioned, then we would not be investing in our future.
Correct.
Child today, adult tomorrow. And so, we try to highlight and bring guardians, parents, society to the realization that investing in our children is actually investing in our future. We should try to imagine, reimagine might be the better word here, reimagine the kind of future that we want to have as a generation that's outgoing. Because our children are the ones who will create that future.
Definitely. And, I'm sitting and I'm thinking about all the rights of a child. I have heard the flip side of both coins, that the children have their rights. And then we have the other side where they're saying, now that you have given the children all these rights, it's like their voice is too loud now.
Okay.
But it's a matter of ensuring that there's a balance. Because just as you teach them their rights, you also have to teach them their responsibility. Because yes, they have a right to speak, a right to be heard. However, it needs to be done under respect, and with discipline, and even the right to an education. Then you have to go to school and learn. You have to now commit yourself to studying, commit yourself to whatever assignments you have to do, the responsibility, the right of protection, the right of no harm being come to them. And therefore, then you can't be a bully.
Correct.
So there's always, with the rights, there's always the responsibility side that I think we also need to emphasize and enforce with the children as we give them their rights. So I would have mentioned a few of the rights already. The right to education, a right to health care, that's inclusive of vaccinations, the right to affection and love, the right to live in a safe environment, the right from protection of harm, and actually the right to play. Because that's the time where the children, that's where they explore, that's where they discover, that's where it increases their brain, it stimulates their brain and brain development. And Dr. Forrester, right to protect from harm.
Yeah, thank you so much, Miss Daniel, for bringing that right to the fore. Children are under pressure these days. Parents themselves are under pressure. The new normal, many of us are still trying to adjust, and you will find that perhaps post-COVID, and some of us would not have adjusted. Growing up, I was influenced to think that children have no rights.
Okay.
Whatever a parent or parents would say,
you have
command, you have to comply. So it's like, it boiled down to kind of property. However, we have come this afternoon to remind all of Tobago, and by extension all of Trinidad and Tobago, that the rights of children ought to be respected, and that we have a responsibility to protect them, especially from abuse and violence. It is not easy. COVID-19 has brought about what we call a cosmic shift. And you get the sense that things will never be the same again. Learning now is what? Gone by way of no longer classroom. All right, and so the discipline that is required on the part of these children, that's a lot. And if you are a parent, and Ms. Daniel is a parent, and surely you can attest to the fact that not only is it new, but then the demands,
that's right,
psychologically, the mental health and all of that, to sit down there and to concentrate. And so we want parents to understand what those things that are at play, and how they need to give the children understanding. Give them understanding and love, and give them the support. And you would have given to your child, okay? You would have invested, as it were, something meaningful and worthwhile in your child, and by extension in your own future. So we want to lobby for that, or we want to encourage and, you know, at the same time caution parents to take it easy with the kids and to take it easy with themselves, you know, because the stress is proliferated. It's all around. The old draconian methods can't work anymore.
Times have changed.
Yeah. I'm one of those persons who subscribe that you have corporal punishment and you have capital punishment. I don't want the latter, I want the former. Corporal punishment, it goes, Miss Danielle being a parent can attest to that. Sure, you spank your child sometimes. But that's not working. So I subscribe to the view, sitting down, let the child sit down and sitting down with the child, okay? And convince the child as the reason why that ought not to be done. You follow? And when the child would have been given the information, then the child shall most definitely process the information, okay? And manage the information and apply the information. So we don't want parents to be abusing the children. Okay? Give them time to play, as Miss Danielle said, they have the right to what? Pleasure and play and all of that and all of that and all of that. Of course, they want a routine. You want to ensure that you help them to balance this thing. All right? So protection is what we're about. Because you look at statistics and you listen to the news, and of course there's the Children's Authority and all of that and all of that. We have to change some stuff around here as parents. Okay? Otherwise there'll be no future.
No future.
No future.
No future.
And the thing is, it's all about creating a space for the children to be able to express themselves and to be able to feel as though they are worthwhile and they have a voice. Because I know as parents, when we go out to work 8 to 4, how many hours and we come back home, especially even the single parents, whether it's a single parent led by a male or a female, a father or a mother, is that it's very tiring. You know, when you come home after a day's work, you are exhausted. But you are expected to also tend to the needs of the children.
Correct.
The emotional needs, the physical needs, and then the physical needs of the house. Because you'll have to come home, prepare dinner, and then you have to, if it is your wash clothes, you have to pack away clothes. And then you also have to give them that air. And particularly now in this COVID time, in this season, is that the children have been, I would say, cooped up for a long time. So there's a lot of information and there's a lot that they are unable to express. Because they would have their classroom, their classmates to express and talk about this cartoon, talk about this thing. Yeah. And so by the time you get home now, they are now bubbling with so much information or so much things that they need to get out of their system, you know, and it's just about giving them that air. And sometimes I say we may not hear them, because there are the times where you just allow them to speak, but you give them that physical presence where you said, yes, really? Because they may be talking about something, some cartoon that you have no idea. But you know, you keep them engaged. You make them feel as though whatever they are saying is interesting and it's worthwhile. And they also feel that sense of connection and bond and love. And we really want to encourage parents at this time. It's a lot of stress. Right? And we also have to manage ourselves, as Dr. Forrester indicated, and we have to find even the space for ourselves. If it is that, you know, after the kids are down and you have that quiet time, take time for yourself.
Sure.
Take time to de-stress. You know, if it's just to meditate a few minutes in the night, just to sit down. Sometimes I am so tired, I just put on the TV and put on a comedy. So it's a matter of not going to bed stressed, but to be able to relax the mind, de-stress. Then you go and sleep.
Correct.
So you get a better sense of you get a better rest. Okay? And how to help parents cope?
Yes.
We need to find support systems. We have support systems, family, friends, very close friends. At this time, it is not, the Prime Minister indicated, you know, we cannot entertain as how we would have liked to entertain during this Christmas period.
Correct.
But we still need to remain connected to others, connected to persons We have the support of our churches. We have the support of the social services that are being provided by different agencies out there. There are different NGOs, different faith-based organizations that are able to assist. Reach out for help and ask for help. Give a call. Ask someone to assist in all that you can. And in terms of families, Dr. Forrester, what can you share with us that families can do in order to help during this COVID period? Because I know we spoke about parents and parenting. What about in terms of as a family?
The fact of the matter is that several family members are suffering from fatigue syndrome. Especially those who, for whatever reason or reasons, are disadvantaged in many ways and trying to make ends meet. But the reality on hand, that being COVID-19, would suggest that families have got to close ranks, as it were, and try to be there for each other. Because at the end of the day, we are social beings. That's how we came down from off the conveyor belt. Social beings, and therefore family members need to work with one another now, so as to ensure that the family unit remains strong. That means sharing resources. It means trying to identify those who, for whatever reason or reasons, are stressed out. It means creating a kind of routine, so that each member of family would be able to go through without falling victim. Yes. So it's very, very important. Very extended family, immediate family, doesn't matter really. This is what the situation calls for. And Ms. Danielle touched on services which are available. One of the things that you would have observed, Tobago, and by extension Trinidad and Tobago, if you've been following the series since we began, a number of different presentations were made by staff members within the Family Development Department. And the information has been dispensed. It's out there. We also believe that the information has been beneficial. It should at least be beneficial. And so the word is out there now, and therefore the services which are provided, we would have informed public how the services can be accessed. Say, for example, at Children and Family Services Unit, we provide different types of counseling. And so if you are out there and you're feeling stressed out and whatever your child is acting up, well, then please understand that you can access the service.
Yes.
That is one of the reasons why we came up with this series, to inform Tobago and by extension Trinidad and Tobago. So look, help is available.
That's right.
Help is available, and therefore you can always access it. One of the good things about it, guess what? Free. You go by Dr. YU, you have to pay.
True.
Free. And kudos to the secretary of the division, Secretary Stacey Davison Celestine, visionaries. Kudos to the assistant secretary of the division, Nadine Stuart Phillips, and of course our hard-working administrator. Yeah, they're the visionaries, and they approved it. And therefore they must be commended.
Yes.
So we are here for you. The services are all there, all of them.
And I just want to highlight some of the different units that would have been with you every week for the past 3 months. So Dr. Forrester would have mentioned the Children and Family Service Unit.
Right.
And then we have the Gender Affairs Unit. We have program for adolescent mothers, and I think that one in particular was very interesting for a lot of persons.
Right, yeah.
It's a first-time adolescent mothers, that type of support and training. We have the Community Mediation Unit, so that focuses on conflict between, it could be members of a family, it could be you and your neighbor, it could be you and your employer. Any sort of conflict that you don't want to take it to the legal system just yet, but it's something that you can process and talk it out. And we have the aging unit that covers, caregivers and, elder abuse and these things. We have the alcohol and drug abuse prevention program, ADAPT, that's substance abuse, for individuals, adults, for the youths. If you have a family member that is struggling with some form of addiction, you can access ADAPT. We have the probation unit.
I think we need to emphasize that one again, Miss Daniel, in the light of the season.
Yes.
in view of what the Prime Minister has been trying to say to
very, very key. That's important.
Yes. So should you find that you're heading toward that kind of quagmire there, then ADAPT is there for you.
ADAPT is there for you. That's right.
Changes in behavior in your family members or yourself.
Yeah.
Right, and we have the probation unit, we have the realization for economic achievement. So that is REACH, yes. So that is for those who may have like a small business that they wish to invest in or to support.
That's with Mr. Nancy's, right?
Mr. Nancy's, lovely. You see, we are learning.
Yeah.
Then we have TechVoc, Technical Vocational Center.
Jason, that's right, yeah.
Right, for special needs. And then we have the Community Social Services Unit. That is where we have all the community social workers.
Okay.
Right, and they give support out in the communities, out in our health centers. So we have the Family Development Department under the Division of Health. It's really an umbrella, where it's like a one-stop shop, as one may call it. And we are really here to support you, the people of Tobago.
Yeah.
And it is really a privilege and honor to be here, where we are able to share information. And we have already been seeing the products,
results,
and the results of this program. Right? For our contact number, the Division of Health, it's 639-3395. You can check us out on our Facebook page as well. If you leave any comments, if you message us on Facebook, we will respond as well. Right, and I want to thank 91.9 FM for hosting us for this 3 months. It has been awesome, and it's really a unique way to reach the people.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
I want to say special thanks to Miss Carol Daniel and Mr. Dr. Derek Forrester for gracing us once again. Very informative. Very, very informative segment. Family Matters.
Yes.
Right here on the Street 91.9 FM. No, I will say this again.
Yes.
I know I would have said it before. The doors are always open. Feel free at any time, you all can come back, and we could get a little bit more in depth,
Yes.
Something might be trending in society that we could always have the division come in and hear what's happening. We want to let people know that we're still open,
Yes.
Give us a voice.
Right, that's right.
Give us a voice, yeah.
Right, so the doors are always open. Feel free to come right back here. We'll always accept, because these are key things in society we need to speak about, and often.
So at the end of the day, we don't want folk to say they didn't know.
That's right, exactly.
We're putting it out there. All right, so you lay the blame at your feet squarely.
Well said.
Yeah.
So this is how we wrap it up right here on the Street 91.9 FM. Let me say special thanks to the Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development, and also to the Division of Health and Social Services. This is how we wrap it up on the Street 91.9 FM. We're going to pull some digits and we're going to be back. Keep it locked to the street. 919 FM. This is how we do.
A letter come from the number one hardware. Read it. Wait, say.
Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the number one hardware has decided to assist all citizens of Tobago by slashing all prices store-wide. Ho, ho, ho!
What? Santa, what does they say?
The grade 1 holoclay block going at $1,575 per pallet. 6-inch concrete block, $1,250 per pallet. 8-inch concrete block, $1,250 per pallet. And 4-inch concrete block, $1,200 per pallet.
They also have a large stock of treated lumber that just arrived. Ply, cement, mild and corrugated steel, sand, and all your PVC and plumbing needs. In stock. Check them today and ask for all the other sale prices or call 639-1428. Plus, you can could WhatsApp them on 686-9696. Remember, this sale ends very soon. The number one hardware, check them. Located at the corner of Friendsfield, Bright Oak Stadium.
And don't forget, one more thing, Santa. The number one hardware, building Tobago stronger. Ho, ho, ho.
Street 919 FM Tobago presents On the Street with the Street. Purchase a package and get 20 minutes live broadcast for free. Yes, you heard correctly. 20 minutes free as we bring Street 919 FM to you. This offer ends on the 31st of December 2020. For more info, you can call Maggie at 482-0385 or Kevin at 353-7177.